Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel where you will learn how to draw. I don't know, I think it is about 60 or more videos that you can flick through and have a look at, right from beginners all the way through to what we are doing now. So do have a look at it, do take a look, please do like and please do subscribe. It does keep my channel going and it is just so great to have you on board. So we're continuing with our Kittie. I am going to put in his pupil, and at this stage I am again just keeping it light, just getting that shape in there, making sure that I can obviously deepen and darken wherever I need to at a later stage. All that we want is we want a likeness to what we are drawing. That's what we are going for. We're not doing photorealism. That is a totally different thing altogether. What we are doing here is making sure that we get a likeness. And you can see that I'm not going completely along with the lines that I put in from my last tutorial. I am basically outlining and rectifying as I go along the areas that where I feel need to be rectified. Now I just want to quickly sharpen this pencil. I see that I should have perhaps done this already and I haven't, so please just give me a moment just to give it a quick sharpen. So it's not very, very blunt, but it's also not very, very sharp either, which is exactly where I want. I don't want it as blunt as I had it. That was just too much. And you can see that I'm going along the outline of the eye here, around the edge, up into this area. We have this gorgeous black marking this Kittie has. I'm just going to go back into the eye again. I just want to get that very, very black because that is what his iris looks like. Very, very black indeed. We do have that light reflection at the top, which I want to keep. And then I'm going to go and I'm going to darken and deepen the inside of his eye area, and then we can just take it down into this as it goes down into the nose. Whoops. Right, so I am packing and getting ready to go back overseas again. So I'm afraid to say that my tutorials are not going to be consistent at all, if any. What I have done or what I am doing, because I'm leaving on Wednesday and I am now on Monday, and I am scheduling them, should I say, scheduling tutorials as best as I can till I go. So they will drop every Friday at midnight. However, they are going to be inconsistent after the next 3, I think it is, I've managed to do, or I am doing 2 or 3. And then I might just do a couple of recordings of where I am. It's going to be quite difficult because I'm not in my own home. I'm overseas, as I say. But I need to go and do what I'm going to do. So please don't give up on me is what I'm trying to say, because I will be back. And yeah, I just don't want to lose any of you at all. It is something that I'm trying to build up, and just one of those things with regards to having to do what I'm going to be doing. So if you haven't been keeping up with me and you have just sort of found my tutorials, then please, I urge you to work through them one by one, and I will be back before you know it. So here I am just filling in these markings that are on the forehead. That gives this kitty his beautiful, I don't know if it's a he or a she, she's absolutely gorgeous. It doesn't really matter what sex this kitty is. It's really cute. And I'm hoping that I can capture that young little kitty look. And not an old or older cat. It's the same as with when you're drawing children. They're very, very difficult to capture that youth. And I think I've drawn a child once, or drawn one child. Not quite sure which way around to say that. But yeah. And I was actually quite successful, even though I say so myself. I was quite surprised. And managed to capture that absolute youth that they have, that innocence, which is what I'm trying to capture here. And I'm hoping that I do, that by the end of it, that is what we will have. So I just want to add a bit more here. There's quite a lot of black around this area of the eye. It actually goes in. And we have a lighter area just outside of it, so it goes back in. So cute. Every time I look at this kitten, I just think how cute it is. Right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my stump, and I haven't really tried it with this Staedtler Lumograph Black 7B. And as you know, on the last tutorial, we started with a 2H, so I have just literally gone straight in. It's something that I'm trying, just a little bit different to what I normally do. So normally I build up, but I just want to see. I'm going to try and find a blending stump that doesn't have too much graphite on it. Okay, that one might need a bit of a clean. I can do it on the side because this side is all dark. So it's going to clean that off. And then I want to pull this into the eye area. But I'm not covering that very, very white, that light reflection that we have on the top of the eye. What I'm doing is I'm just putting in these marks that give us what this eyeball is all about. Some darkness up here, some marks here. I really want to get this black, and I'm not quite sure that I'm achieving that with this pencil, which is a bit of a shame. So the top of this eye here on this side, you can see has got a shadow, and it has shadow around this side. And then we have these shapes. And then I'm going to take my Tombow and I'm going to lift out some of these lighter areas that we have on the eyeball. So I've lifted that out. So I deepen this around the edge. I think I'm getting a deeper, darker. I might have to actually get another pencil, perhaps even a 9B if there is one in this range. I can't remember if I have that or not, but there we go. So I've got that eye, and I'm going to do the same thing here, but I'm not going to blend up into that reflection. I'm just blending in the eye area, and then I want to get this iris or pupil a bit more defined. That one is not great. Just going to try and change that, and then we have a bit of shadow there, comes up from the inside, and it actually is around the outer edge here as well. Just want to get this deep dark area. I think I'm kind of getting it. Looks like I could be. Then again, I'm going to take the Tombow and I'm just going to pull out these marks that are at the bottom of the eye. Whenever there is a light reflection, this area here across the top, it always penetrates through to the bottom of the eye. Something just to bear in mind when you're drawing. Okay, then I'm now going to blend all of this out on the top of his head or her head, just to get another tonal value in there. Being obviously not going into where that beautiful white area is that goes up from the nose, and not across the top of the eyes, although we do need, actually I am going to do it, we do need a tonal value under there. Goes down into this area and comes up into the ear here. Going to take it down into the little cheek. I'm not going to go into any of this white area here whatsoever. We're going to do that probably at the end. But I just want to get a tonal value in. I'm going to just put in a bit of a tonal value here and where the nose is. Right, so now we have that. We can start having a look to see how we get this fur going, and this is going to take quite a bit of patience because we are literally going to be putting it in hair by hair in every direction. I just want to get this shadow, or not shadow, should I say, marking. Deeper, looking good. I think it is looking good, I would say. Not putting in too many, I'm just putting in an idea. This needs to be broader. So I'm broadening that, but you can see what I'm doing. I'm broadening it in a way that it could demarcate hair or direction of hair. And you can see that as I'm putting this in, I'm turning my pencil to try and get it onto those sharper and not keeping it on the blunt side all the time. Just going to put that in. That's this area here that I'm working on. Just going to put that in, and you can see that I am moving the pencil from side to side, lifting it and breaking up that line, because that is where hair is going, or hair is going, hair is. And obviously it is not one solid line. It is lots and lots of hair. Now, needless to say, we work on this and we have quite a long way to go. This is just the start. And we just need to put in a couple of these beautiful hairlines, just to so that the viewer's brain fills in the fact that there are hairs here. This goes up this way. Be very, very aware of which way the hair is growing, because it is all over the place on animals. And you need to be going in the direction of the hair, otherwise it doesn't look realistic at all. And because it's haphazard and you want it to look organic, right, you need to be taking it in every direction. And making sure that you get an idea, or put an idea on the drawing that is hair, and obviously that hair is growing in every direction. The only way to do that is to make sure that you just do it. You don't even think about it. As soon as you think about it and you start mucking around with each hair and wondering whether to place it here or there, or if you're going in the right direction, all sorts of questions that one has. And as it is with everything, overthink it. And then your actual organic, no think moment is gone. And you end up with this sort of non-organic, I suppose. It just doesn't look right. Picture. So I'm just putting in these darker areas here. And as I'm going along and I'm doing this, and I'm seeing that some of what I thought was in the correct place isn't. So I've rectified that. And now what I'm doing is I'm just putting in a couple of black areas here, just so that it looks like eyelashes there going into the eye. And along this area, this hair grows up around the eye. So we're just going to get that look in. Got these beautiful hairs that come out that are just so kitten-like. It's just so gorgeous. Okay, so I have lost this white area here of the eye, so I'm just going to put that back in, taking my Tombow and moving that over, or taking it out and then putting in this line next to it to get that back in. There we go. This has got very, very definite marks here at the bottom, so I've got those in and just getting those in there. This goes up into here. There we go. Perfect. Okay, I think that's a great start. As I said, we'll be doing quite a bit on this kitty. I'm hoping to be able to continue tomorrow before I go. If I don't, I'll do my utmost to try and, not quite sure where or how, but to try and see how everybody's doing and put a bit more in of this sweet little thing so we can finish it. Just going to put that in, little nose in, cutie pie. Little nose, and then we can do this side as well. Okay, seems to be looking quite good. I think I've got the kitten look. I think I managed that. So I'm going to put some little here, just so that we have got both eyes kind of similar. There we go. Okay, so that is the start, by no means the finish. And I hope to see you again the week after next. Okay, everybody. Enjoy your week. Enjoy whatever you are doing on the weekend. Enjoy family. Don't forget to please like and subscribe to my channel if you've been enjoying this. And have a look through my other tutorials. Pretty sure that you will learn quite a lot, and I shall see you the week after next. Thank you. Bye bye.